What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bon Jovi, as well as a slightly confused Luca. Are you coming up? But yes, we're returning to the 1995 album these days. Thank you again to Michaela, not only for this album, but more Bon Jovi material yet to come. And the next tune in the playlist is Lie to Me. An interesting phrase. I do have to point out there's a Depeche Mode song by the same name, though I don't expect there to be any relation here. But yes, in most situations or contexts, you would not want someone to lie to you, but it's pretty easy to conceive of scenarios in which you would actually welcome that if things are very bad and everything seems stacked against you and you might be in serious trouble. Maybe, at least in a moment of refuge or solace or at least distraction, you might like someone close to you, someone who understands your plight, to give you a false sense of calm, to say, yes, everything's going to be all right, even if you know on some level it isn't, or to essentially sell you the fantasy that you are in a better place than you actually are. And of course, I've talked about in relation to White Lies not all that long ago. Was it? I think it was on Yeta's last reaction I did. But yes, the idea that you might want someone to tell you that you did well or you look good when there's at least a nagging thought in your brain that maybe you didn't do as well as you could, or maybe you aren't looking as successful or otherwise desirable as you might hope. So yes, someone lying to you and you actually welcoming that, it's not terribly unlikely, even if in the vast majority of circumstances you would rather hear the actual reality. So let's see what this is in practice. Luca. Hey. Are you gonna come up? You should come up. This is Bon Jovi. The tune is Lie to Me, and it's from their 1995 album, These Days.
Daddy's coming down, he's gonna pay the rent. Tell me, baby, is this as good as this life is gonna get? It feels like there's a stranger who's standing in these shoes, but I know I can't lose me, 'cause then I'd be losing you. I know I promised, baby, I would be the one to make our dreams come true. I ain't too proud of all the struggles and the hard times we've been through. When this cold world comes between us, please tell me you'll be brave, 'cause I can realize the danger when forgiveness fades away. If you don't love me, lie to me. Baby, you're the one thing I believe. Let it all fall down around us, if that's what's meant to be. Right now, if you don't love me, baby, lie to me. Coffee, babe, I got something to say to you, but I ain't got the winning ticket, not the one that's gonna pull us through. Lord said that it be easy, let your old man take you home, but know if you walk out on me, that darling, I'd be wrong. If you don't love me, lie to me, 'cause baby, you're the one thing I believe. Let it all fall down around us, if that's what's meant to be. Right now, if you can't love me, baby, It's a bitch, it's a roller coaster ride. The ups and downs will make you scream sometimes. It's hard believing that the thrill is gone, but we gotta go around again, so let's hold on. If you don't love me, lie to me. Oh, baby, you're the one thing I believe. Let it all fall down around us, if that's what's meant to be. Right now, if you can't love me, baby, lie to me. Go on, lie to me. Baby, I can take it. Come on, lie to me. Yeah. Go on, lie to me. Go on,
Absolutely killing this one vocally, and it's a crime to fade while he's still doing that. I mean, he's given some woo-hoos right there as it's almost completely gone. So yeah, that's a really moving tune, and it's, I think, basically what I was conceiving in advance, though a bit more specific. Meaning, we get reference to their life has been difficult and they've gone through a lot of struggles, and it sounds like, especially economically, they've always been very close to the bandsaw, and maybe now, they've run out of money, and, was it like her dad's gonna pay the rent or something like that? And there's a real possibility she might leave and indeed, maybe go back with her old man, her dad, because, this is no longer viable. They can't make it together. And he's saying, I've got the next ticket, whether that's like literally a lottery ticket or the idea that, I've got an offer for a job and this is going to be the thing. This is going to be the breakthrough that will finally, put us on good footing and we can go on to this happy life together as we've thought. But it sounds like he's aware that it's a real possibility she might leave. And he's saying like, if you can't love me, like, because he's inclined to say like, hey, if it's meant to be, like, let's stay together even if everything is falling down around us and our life does crumble. But he's also acknowledging she might leave, and if so, if she really can't love him, don't tell him that right now. Just, lie to me. Say that, again, it's going to be okay, or that you do still love me, and, maybe we still have a future together, because, all the things out in the world, they've been too hard, and, you're led to believe that this will happen well, and if you just work hard, you're going to get things done, and you'll make it, and you'll be comfortable, and you'll have a happy life. He doesn't believe any of that anymore. He's saying the one thing he still believes in is her in relation to him. And so for her to pull that back now, for her to say, no, I don't love you anymore and I'm leaving, it'll be one step too far. He's not going to be able to take it. So he's saying, if you don't love me, lie to me. Just, tell me that you do, because I just can't take that extra step, that extra loss and disappointment. That would be too much. So yeah, a really incredible tune, like lyrically and narratively. I do enjoy the blues feel. I mean, like, lyrically, that's a very blues song, and it feels like, again, this is kind of in this epic blues rock ballad type of mode. And as I said, more than anything else sonically, Bon Jovi's vocals really stood out to me. I mean, the second half of the tune, he's just really letting it go, letting it, the raspy, despair, the intense emotion, but the belief and the love he still has for this person, it all comes through in his vocal delivery. And, again, he was like flourishing even as the song was fading. So, a really memorable performance vocally. Luca agrees. She's now very comfortable. Do let me know what you think. As I said, thank you to Michaela for the Bon Jovi journey and this album in physical form. And I will see you next time. What was that? I just sat up, Luca.